thing, but
You don't hear me?
We're gonna move on. Hey Mason, do you support Trump?
Mason, you please change your mind.
Yes, I do support Trump.
Okay.
And
Before we hop
what you're
into
saying
things,
about Trump saying that he was gonna hang Democrats for not about obeying by his orders, the military or something, I honestly just looked it up because I wanted to see what it said, and he put out on the news thing. I don't know how true this is, but it says he did not mean to. Here, let me just go look at it real quick and read it real quick.
How about this? Go get your resources. Go get whatever you need. I'm gonna thank a couple people, and then here in maybe like 30 seconds, we'll pass the mic back to you, and you could like give whatever response you want. Okay?
All right.
All right. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Are you gonna stick around for this debate, Parker?
I don't think I have time to stick around for the full debate. I might be able to stick around for like a point or two.
Okay.
But I don't have time for the whole debate. But
right,
I will be like this next upcoming week. I'll have plenty of time to join in and debate with you because my girlfriend's going to be out of town.
All right, sounds good. All right, yeah, let me thank a couple people here real quick. Zach, thank you so much for the $20 over at Venmo. Thank you, Zach. Zach with the 20 says, Grifter tried to get clips from you, but got cooked. Dude, that guy got cooked. Oh my God, he was terrible though. Thank you for the $20, Zach. Let's get 200 Zach W's. Jojo, thank you for the $10, who says, guest started with the unlawful order. Service members can go to the orders project if they are unsure. If they are unsure about an order, you missed my previous donation. Oh, Jojo, well, thank you so much for letting me know, and I am sorry that I missed your previous donation. Thank you for the $10. Kaylee, thank you for the $5, who says you cursed his bloodline, but I'm not confident he will reproduce. Yeah, me neither. Shays, thank you for the $5 over at Venmo saying fake news. Rudy with the $1 and Hannah with the 2. Thank you guys so much. Sonny with the $10 who says that last guy's gave me a headache. It's honestly embarrassing. It is honestly embarrassing. Yup. RF, thank you for the $5 too. Danny, thank you so much for the $20. Dude, huge shout out to Danny in that chat for the $20. Thank you so much. Danny with the 20 says my husband is watching too. Please tell him that I love him. Yo, Danny's husband. Danny loves you. I love you both. Thank you so much for the $20, my friend. Ray, thank you for the $10. Saying, why was that last guy so obsessed with Charlie Chaplin? I don't know. Laura with the $10 who says, OMG, please keep going. Thank you so much for the love, Laura. Renee, thank you so much for the $10 who says, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for the love, Renan. And if I am mispronouncing your name, I do apologize. Christine with a 5 and Beth with a 5. Tahid with a 5. Julie with a 10 who says, once again, Charlie called black people, quote unquote, prowling blacks. Keep mocking you and I love you. Oh, I love you too, Julie. And yeah, that is racist. So unbelievably racist. Gracie, thank you for the $10 who says, for you being genuine, having to put up with such an ignorant person. Please keep schooling them. Thank you so much, Gracie. Stephanie, thank you so much for the $10 too. Vintage with the 8. Zachary with the 10 who says, love this stream. Thank you so much for the love, Zachary. Carissa with the 2. And Shayla, dude, Shayla, thank you so much for the $100 donation on Venmo. Shayla, what the fuck? Thank you so much for your kindness. I want to see 1,000 Shayla W. That is Sheila. Thank you so much for your kindness, Shayla. And Rachel with the $50 on Venmo who says W Peen. W Rachel, thank you so much for your kindness. You guys have been going crazy today. By the way, I just want to bring that up. Seriously fucking crazy. And then Sydney with the $30 on PayPal who says convince this guy must have a humiliation kink or something. So embarrassing. Dude, he had to have a humiliation kink, right? CC, thank you for the $10. Marley with the 2. Shannon with a 5. Rachel, thank you for the $10. She says this has sparked so much joy. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Jennifer, thank you for the $10. Bailey with the 2. Justin with the 5. Alex with the 2. Jessica with the 10. Thank you so much, Jessica. Elizabeth with the $25 over at PayPal. Thank you, Elizabeth, who says this guy ... probably referring to that last guest. Yeah, he was crazy. Fucking nuts. And Ricardo, thank you for the $20. Who says I just want to thank you for standing up for the Hispanic and immigrant community. Oh, Ricardo, it's common sense. Okay, we shouldn't be like racially profiling people and detaining them based on the color of their skin. Fucking common sense. Ricardo, thank you so much for the $20. And Addie, thank you so much for the $15. You're awesome. Go ahead and take it away, man. I think that you had an argument in response to Donald Trump calling for the execution of Democrats. Take it away.
Yeah, I just went and looked at it, and he said he was referring to in the old days, if you had said something like this, it was executable by death. That's what he said.
Okay, well, let's actually just take a look at what he said since we happen to have it all up in a really pretty clean video. The President of the United Constitution, then Donald Trump, wants you dead. So here's everything that you need to know. Donald Trump posted this on Truth Social. He responded to a post published by the Washington Examiner titled, Democratic Veterans in Congress Urge Service Members to Refuse Unspecified Unlawful Orders, by saying that this is really bad and dangerous to our country, and that their words cannot be allowed to stand. He then followed that up with a second post that reads, this is seditious behavior, punishable by death. And then he reposted a comment that reads, quote unquote, hang them, George Washington would.
And by the way, I just want to let you know the profile picture of that individual is a neo-Nazi symbol. It's called the Iron Cross. It's literally a symbol that neo-Nazis use. So that is blatantly obvious, something that he could have looked at. It's also a symbol that the KKK uses constantly all the time. That's if people have seen that picture before. So like that's something that he should have been able to see. He posted that, reposted that, retruthed it from a neo-Nazi account, literally saying that.
Oh, and another thing. Well, I have one more point here. So I do agree with ICE taking immigrants out of our country, because I live in Texas, okay, and I live near one of the the biggest growing settlement of illegal immigrants in the state of Texas, and they find, I want to say, 4 or 5 bodies a week out there.
So are
Dead.
you suggesting that undocumented immigrants have a propensity and trend of violent crime?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's fake news, okay? Fake news, quite frankly. So PNAS has been tracking crime rates in this country since the 19th century, and it's the case that undocumented immigrants are 2.5 times less likely to commit violent crimes on American soil, 3 times less likely to commit property crimes on American soil, and 3.5 times less likely to commit petty crimes on American soil when compared to American citizens. So, wrong, quite frankly. But, I mean, hey, if you want to respond to either myself or Parker as it relates to
99% of the people
literally calling for the execution of Democrats, that would be great.
The execution of Democrats. Okay, so I did not know what you just said. Like, I didn't see the actual comments. I was just reading it off. Like, I'm not saying that he didn't say it. I was just reading it off of a article that I had read before, like whenever you...
Wait, we just showed you a video of it literally being on your screen.
What do you think my view is on that? I don't think it's right.
No, but is it at a point where you're like, okay, I don't support this guy anymore? Can you imagine if Joe Biden... Wait, okay, so what could Donald Trump do that would get you to stop supporting him?
Because even though he said that...
Wait, hold up. What could Trump do that would get you to stop supporting him?
Let's see. Honestly, do something with... Let's see. If he said something like that and he actually did it, yes, I would stop supporting him.
Okay, if he actually did. Okay, so if he went on to Fifth Avenue in New York and he unalived someone indiscriminately, would you still support him?
No. But still,
No, you wouldn't?
I know all of these things he's saying, he probably won't do it.
Okay. So, if he threatened to murder some of his political opponents, right, would you support him in that context?
Okay, we could what if all day, but he hasn't done that yet.
Oh, well, no, I'm just asking you, if he did this, would you support him still?
If he was a better candidate than the other person.
Oh, wait, why didn't you say that in the other scenario? I'm asking, would he be the better candidate under your view if he threatened to murder Democrats in Congress?
Depends on who the other candidate is, but I'm not doing this.
Kamala Harris. If the other candidate is Kamala Harris,
then yes, probably.
You would vote for him?
Yes.
Okay, so dude, literally, if he... Okay, so he would actually have to execute the Democrats.
This? What if, like, he actually sexually exploited women or girls?
But he doesn't.
Okay, but I know he hasn't.
What if he did?
Yeah, no, so just real quick. I know Donald Trump has not sexually exploited women or girls. Like, Donald Trump is actually a pretty good guy, all right? I just disagree with his policy, all right? All the people in the chat spamming he did... Like, they're just crazy liberals. Ignore them. I'm an independent, okay? I'm the moderate. I'm the sensible person. Hypothetically, if Donald Trump did sexually exploit naked women and or naked girls, then would you still support him as president?
Okay, I know you're gonna pull up the video of him saying that he walked into the room.
What?
Yes, all that.
Wait.
Wait, what video are you talking about?
Yeah. That wasn't even sexual exploitation. It was just like locker room talk or something.
Yeah,
but,
wait. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So would you, in that context, would you support him?
Yeah, if he sexually exploited naked women and or naked girls, would you still support him as president?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
For what he's doing,
can we just get a little bit more of a clear answer here?
For what he's doing with our country, like the tariffs and building more factories in the country. Yes,
okay, so
I would support him on that view.
If it was the case that he sexually hold up. If he sexually exploited women and girls, and you knew that was the case, would you still support him?
So you're basically calling him a pedophile?
I'm asking, if he sexually exploited women and girls, would you still support him?
Let's just get a yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he did, and he bragged about it. He admitted to it himself. We were lying to you completely, 100%. He did. He literally. Okay, well, yeah.
Why? What would the relevance be? You just said that you'd still support him.
Pull up the clip, and I want to see. I want to see.
No, he said he wouldn't support him.
No, he did?
Yeah.
I thought that you asked.
Pull up the clip, please.
I thought that you asked.
Just pull up the clip, please.
Wait, Mason, can you clarify here? Because I thought that Parker asked, "Would you still support him?" and you said yes. Did you mean to say that you wouldn't support him?
So, honestly, pull up the clip first. Let me see if it's
maybe I misinterpreted.
Let's just clearly. So would you still support Trump? Like yes or no? Yes being you would, no being you wouldn't. Would you still support Trump if he was proven beyond a reasonable shadow of doubt to have sexually exploited naked women and or kids?
So
you already answered the question. We're just looking for clarification.
If it was to grown women, yes, I probably would.
You would still support him if it was to grown women. But what about if it was to minors?
No, probably not.
So why would you support him in one scenario but not the other? What's the relevant difference between the sexual exploitation of adults and the sexual exploitation of children?
So has he actually been convicted of these crimes?
Just answer my question. What's the relevant difference between the sexual exploitation of adults and the sexual exploitation of children that makes one enough to stop supporting him, but the other not enough to stop supporting him?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. See, I don't really know very much about politics. I don't follow all of the stuff.
You don't need to. Any reasonable human being can listen to what we're saying right now and say, "Oh, I don't support Donald Trump." Genuinely.
Okay, but how do I know the stuff y'all are saying is true?
Because we can play a video of him fucking admitting to doing it. We can show you the core documents. He was held civilly liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. We can literally show you all of this. He literally has admitted to sexually exploiting kids. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He sexualized his daughter, saying that to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass, saying his daughter that he'd be dating her if it wasn't his daughter, right? Calling her voluptuous, which means curvy and sexually attractive, and saying that he had sex in common with his daughter.
Yeah, I don't know about it. You're gonna have to show me, man.
He said all of these things.
We can play the owner of the pageant. It's your obligation.
All right, I'm going to get going.
So you have done that.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
So, how, I don't know how to put this, okay? How, has anyone came forward saying this is all true, that he did all this?
Yeah.
Then why hasn't he been convicted of a crime or anything like that?
Good question. I wish I knew the answer to that myself, but it's a question decoupled and separate from the fact that we know that he did it, since he said that he did it, and the victim said that he did it.
So, all right, so I have honestly one more question. I'm going inside this restaurant to go eat. So the Epstein files came out, right? I've seen that somewhere.
No.
They released them?
Well, how about we use the time that you want to use to ask your last question to respond to that clip?
All right, honestly, I think what he's doing for the country is great.
Yeah, you said that he was doing what? Bringing more manufacturing back into America? Well, investment into
bringing more jobs to America.
Yeah, so our unemployment rate has been going up since January. There's now more unemployed Americans than there is open job opportunities. GDP growth is down 1% compared to last year under Biden. And investment into American manufacturing, the money that builds the factories, is now going down every single fiscal quarter when it was going up and up and up for 3 years straight under Biden. So, you're trying to say, I still support Trump as president, even though he sexually exploited women and girls and called for the death of Democrats because you think he's good for our economy? What in all reality is destroying that too?
Honestly, I work in oil and gas, so I have seen more, like, there's more jobs right now than there ever was under Biden.
Actually, that's also true. If you go to EIA.gov, there's been an ever slimming amount of jobs inside of oil and gas because the means to produce crude oil are getting more efficient with things such as fracking since the 70s. Not to mention that under the Biden-Harris administration, this country produced the most crude oil it ever has. The most crude oil ever produced in any given month under Trump at his first term was 12.3 million barrels of oil per day in December of 2023. No, December of 2019. Meanwhile, from July of 2023 until the end of the Biden-Harris administration, they produced more than 13 million barrels of oil per day every day.
Oh, nice to know. Well, it may just be like a seasonal thing, but I don't know, man.
Well, I don't think that your anecdotal experiences speak for the country as a whole, right? Just because I go outside and it's a little bit chilly here in Colorado doesn't mean that it's also chilly in LA.
Yeah, you're right. Not gonna lie, I really don't know that much about politics. I just know I like Donald Trump, man. Honestly.
Well, I don't think that you know why you like Donald Trump. I think that you're experiencing something called cognitive dissonance because many Americans suffer from the syndrome. Well, although they may be intelligent, although they may have a brain, although they're smart enough to get a degree in college, for whatever reason, the moment it comes to politics, they act like toddlers watching Cocomelon on a sticky iPad. It's like this herd mentality, this sheep-like mind. It's a virus that just eats away at you and makes you ignore your rational faculties and uphold your own like emotional like propagandistic trains of thought over like rhyme, reason, and logic.
You may be right, but I just know if Kamala Harris was president right now, this country wouldn't be
This
the
country-
same as it is.
Well, exactly. It wouldn't be the same as it is because it would be better.
All right, can you show me like a few good points that Kamala Harris had?
Well, I don't know why it's relevant considering the fact that she lost the election a year ago, but yeah, for sure, increasing the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,400 from the 2nd to the 5th, and $3,000 from the 5th to the 17th. This would have reduced childhood poverty by over 40% and enabled new families to be better off to raise their children in a better environment, not only ensuring better outcomes right now, but also better outcomes for the future generations of Americans.
Oh. Well, I did hear something about Trump with tax cuts also. So,
well, according to the Center Budget and Policy Priorities, his big, beautiful tax cuts were only big, beautiful tax cuts for the top 50% of income earners. Meanwhile, anybody making at or under $51,000 per year is going to have a lower level of purchasing power because of the big, beautiful bill, including other like heinous, provisions such as the removal of 10 million people from Medicaid, defunding Medicaid by $900 billion, the removal of 300 people from food stamps, or defunding food stamps by $156 billion. Now, if you got to go to that dinner, feel free. I can move on to our next guest, Michael. Mason, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, you take care.